Hello, everybody. Becky here. I'm here to speak with Pam Samson. And Pam recently took a course within the Literacy Network, right?
Yes.
And it was one of those courses that taught you digital skills and computers and stuff like that?
Well, for me, because I had been working with computers, and all my background has been I was a computer technician, so I had a lot of skills. But I retired from all of that, and after I was with them for maybe 20 plus years. But after 2 years of not being in working with computers and not doing anything digitally, you kind of forget things. So it was kind of a refresher thing that I wanted to do.
Yeah, and the way that technology changes so rapidly, you can fall behind even if you just don't if you don't even look at a computer for like 6 months.
Exactly.
New programs, new apps, all of that stuff. And I guess as a retired person, probably was a little bit intimidating, just a speck.
Well, it wasn't too intimidating because it was something that I really wanted to get back into, and being retired, it was good for a little bit, but because I've been working for so long, it got boring for me.
Yeah.
So I had like a little side business that I had, but everything that you do now is all digital and it's all computerized. So for me to even get into that, I had to relearn some skills because I'd sit behind a computer and say, okay, I forget how to do this. So
did you hear about this course like online or word of mouth, or how did you hear about it?
Well, it was word of mouth, but I had a couple of people that said if I wanted to do that, I could, and it was just I had all the time in the world, and it was free, so that was a bonus there. And I say, well, I might as well. If I don't like it, you can always quit. You don't have
and the
to.
instructors of the Literacy Network are great too.
Oh my goodness, I guess they fit whatever you can do, and you can even borrow some computers and do it from home. And
they're very accommodating.
Yes, very.
We're very lucky to have the Literacy Network in this area, the Richmond County Literacy Network.
Oh my God, I don't know why a lot of people just don't take advantage of it. And
well, I don't know if some people. I think that some people are intimidated. I think that's the problem. But once they get with the instructors and see how warm and helpful they are, I think it makes a big difference. Like, do you find that it built your confidence a little more?
Yes, it does. And as soon as you take the I can't do this, or I don't want to do this, or it's going to take too much of my time, as soon as you get negative out, that's when you can accomplish something, and it's just give yourself a little push.
Yes, and it's always, for me, and I'm sure for a lot of other people, it's always nice to feel like you've accomplished something after you've taken a course like that.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah. So did you learn some new things that you didn't know about?
I did. There was a lot of stuff from Google that I had never worked with my whole career, and to actually see something that I hadn't learned before, and so it was a little bit tricky, and but I got through it.
But it's a challenge.
It was a challenge.
And we all like challenge. Like most people like challenges. We challenge ourselves to things every day, or at least I do, and I'm sure you do too. So has it made a change in the way you do things? Like have the skills that you picked up allowed you to use them like in your current?
Yeah, well, I that's what I wanted to, why I took up those courses, so that I could build it in my business, and it's made quite a change because all the sales now are just pretty much online.
Awesome. Well, the other thing too is the Literacy Network makes it really easy for people to take these courses because they offer them in St. Peter's, and they also offer them in Ayrshad.
Yes.
So it kind of, it reaches, it tries to make sure that it can reach everybody. So what would you say to somebody who was a little bit reluctant or on the fence about taking one of these courses but really kind of wanted to? What would you say?
I'd say give it a try. Just give yourself a push and just say, I'm going to try this. If I don't like it, I'll just quit.
Yeah.
But you got to try something in order to know if you like it or not.
That's right. Because I think that a lot of the elderly people, for example, could benefit a great deal because the internet scares them. Some people, the internet scares them. And just basic skills and knowing what to do is always a good thing. I mean, there's so many scams around and stuff, you know, that kind of stuff scares people. Well, it scares young people too.
Well, that's it, and everything is digital now. You do your
yeah.
banking online. You can shop online, and it's so convenient if seniors really did try to learn a little.
Well, I think too,
that.
it's a part of a social thing. You know, if you're confident with your computer skills or even logging onto the internet or anything that maybe you didn't know how to do, because I know plenty of people that don't know how to do that yet. I think it changes their lives, especially if they're isolated in any way. It kind of opens a new world to them, but it's also a scary world for somebody, a senior, for example, who is not used to having that sort of interaction. So I think it makes them more comfortable to know that they've learned something, you know, like they've picked up and acquired a skill that they know how to do, and they're more confident. Do you find that this course gave you confidence?
Well, they say a change is better than resting. Well, that's
right.
definitely in this case.
Yeah.
If you're a senior, and it gives you more options to try to socialize. They have Zoom meetings now,
Oh, yes.
and that's just something to learn on its own, Zoom. And they have a lot of information that you can get with programs that if you can go online, you can get a lot of information that's going to benefit seniors or young people or...
Well, I mean, it also is really, really great for for people, like with my grandchildren. My grandchildren know more about computers than I do. And, you know, in some cases, it almost makes you feel like, oh, gosh, I'm inadequate. I might say the wrong thing. I think it puts you on more of a level playing field, you know, as far as communication goes.
Yes.
So kudos to the Literacy Network for doing that. They've been doing this for a long time, so they're experts.
And it's free.
And we're so lucky to have the Literacy Network in Richmond County. We really, really are. I mean, those types of programs, not everybody has access to.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm really happy that you learned all these new skills. I can't wait to see what you do next, because you're kind of a go-getter, and I know that. I think we all know that. So thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
And to get a hold of the Literacy Network, you can get a hold of the Literacy Network through their Facebook page or by getting in touch with Mitch David, the executive director. And they do have a website as well. So if anybody wants any information, you know, I'll be happy if you want to call Tell Ill to give it to you. So thank you for coming, Pam.
You're welcome.
All right.